Good afternoon, Emily. It's great to see you again. What are your expectations for what we might do in today's session?
Hi, Dr. Johnson. I'm a bit anxious, to be honest. I've been doubting my abilities a lot lately, especially after my sessions. It feels like I'm not doing enough for my clients, and I don't know how to proceed.
I appreciate you being so open about your feelings, Emily. It's completely normal to experience doubt, especially as you hone your craft as a counselor. It's part of growing into your role as a counselor. Reflecting on our last few sessions and your progress, I think we're at a crucial point in your development. Even though you are saying that you doubt your abilities and don't know how to proceed, if you did know, what actions might you take?
I think I struggle the most with applying theoretical approaches consistently. I understand them in theory, but when it comes to real sessions, I panic and forget.
Emily, it's important to recognize that you're at level one of your developmental journey as a counselor. At this stage, it's common to experience anxiety and self doubt as you build your skills. This anxiety shows a growing awareness of your professional self, which is a positive sign. Even though it feels uncomfortable right now, have we fully explored these techniques in a way that you feel comfortable, that you feel could be applied more naturally?
We've gone over them, but maybe I need more practical examples or role plays. I find I learn better that way.
That's a good insight, Emily. Reflecting on your learning style is important. It might be time for some remediation through more hands on practice. How about for your homework? You create a detailed session plan where you apply one specific theory throughout. We can then role play this session together next time. This could help reinforce your understanding and application.
That sounds helpful. Having a concrete plan to follow might reduce some of my anxiety.
Excellent. For our next supervision session, I'd like to see you demonstrate a full interaction using that theory without switching your approaches. This will help both your confidence and consistency. I believe practicing this would enable you to feel more grounded and less inclined to second guess yourself. I'd like to hear you talk more about how it was for you to be with the client for that last session. In your next evaluation, your proficiency with this skill would be measured by your ability to apply theoretical approaches consistently during sessions. If you do not meet these expectations, we will need to create a targeted remediation plan to address these areas.
I can do that. I think practicing one approach thoroughly could help me feel more confident and less scattered.
Absolutely, Emily. And remember, part of our goal here is to help you develop into a counselor who can engage with clients congruently and authentically. In essence, hopefully, you would be able to determine to what degree you feel that you understand the world of the client. I believe you can get there. This requires self awareness and comfort with your professional identity as a counselor, which will come with time and practice. How are you feeling about your journey towards this goal?
It's been harder than I expected, but understanding that this is a normal part of my development makes it a bit easier to handle. I appreciate your support in helping me reflect on these experiences.
I'm glad to hear you're embracing this process, Emily. Every counselor goes through phases of doubt and growth. What's important is that you continue to reflect and learn from each experience. Is there anything specific you'd like to discuss further today?
I think I'd like to go over how to better handle moments when I feel unsure during a session. Maybe some strategies for managing anxiety in the moment.
That's a very practical and important aspect to cover. Let's explore some strategies for staying centered and making decisions under pressure. We can practice some mindfulness techniques and discuss how to apply them during sessions to help stabilize your thoughts. Also, when you feel like you are getting into your head and feeling anxious, remember where your focus is. Try to focus on the client and let yourself be more natural in your delivery. You have the knowledge and skills to be a wonderful counselor.
That would be great. I think having tools to calm myself down and focus back on the client will help a lot.
Wonderful. Would focus on that today. I look forward to seeing your session plan next week. Remember, Emily, you are learning and growing with each step. Keep up the good work and let's continue to build on your strengths.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson. I feel more optimistic about tackling these challenges. See you next week.
You're welcome, Emily. I'm here to support you. See you next week. When reflecting on the journey as a supervisor, I think part of going through this supervision course is really looking at how feedback is given. I've noticed that in the process of this course, I'm more intentionally not only focused on the feedback, but expectations of how to give the feedback. And since it has been a while since I was an intern or now associate, I really reflect back on maybe what I would like to see. Even though feedback is generally given, maybe it's part of it is how do I, like an example with the role play with Emily, give feedback specific to what the intern or associate might need. So part of this journey, I think, of being a supervisor is not only having the tools and applying different supervision theory and techniques, but also looking at in their journey of gathering the hours and practicing what they need to be the best counselor they can be. So I would continue to, as we dive into these materials in the course and growing as a supervisor, I'll continue to think about the journey of the associate. So thank you for watching.